seeds are starting to grow. I'm learning to thrive in the gig economy. Would you like to learn too? Happy New Year, and 2021 is starting off on a very optimistic note for me. I've talked to you in the past about how freelancers have to be planting seeds regularly, and sometimes those seeds don't ever sprout. Sometimes they sprout very late, and you never really know, and that's why you need to be planting seeds all the time whenever you can, letting people know the work that you do, getting your name out there, meeting people, and just staying in connection with as many people as possible. This week, I've had 2 people reach out to me from my past that wanted to do some work. And it was amazing. The one story is the more interesting one because it was something that I think was a little bit of a learning lesson for us as a freelancer. A man had asked me to come and teach some workshops at his organization. And unfortunately, I was never able to do it because the bureaucracy at the organization was just horrendous. They kept having me fill out paperwork. They kept asking for more information. They kept asking, they wanted 3 letters of reference from me, written out specifically about certain things. Then they actually wanted me to get an official driving record. As if, like, what difference does that make? I'm going in to teach workshops. And I'm not even driving to their company. Their company was in New York City, so it wasn't even that I was going to drive to their company. Why do they need my driving record of all things? So it just never worked out. Never worked out. And I could have been upset by it. I could have been bitter. I could have said something to the guy, like, oh, what kind of organization you work for anyway? Or you were wasting my time, I could have said to them. But I didn't. I let it die peacefully and said, well, it's not working out. Oh, well, This week, he reached out to me. And he said, I've moved to a new company, a smaller company, less bureaucratic company. I want to work with you. Let's talk. So we get on the phone. First thing he does is he apologizes for the way his previous company treated me. He said, look, the bureaucracy was too much, and I couldn't say anything while I was there, but I agreed 100% with your annoyance with them, and I just hope that doesn't ruin our working relationship. I told him no, and I signed a contract with him today, and we're going to be working together for a while on different projects. If I had been annoyed with him right up front, maybe he wouldn't have reached out to me having moved to a new company. And that's something you have to think about. Do you get annoyed when something doesn't work out? Do you let that person know how annoyed you are? If you're doing that, you might be making a mistake. You might want to dial that back a little bit. What do you think? Do you agree with me or not? Hit the like button if you agree. Maybe comment below. I'd really be curious what you think about whether or not it's worthwhile showing your annoyance when things don't work out, or if you just play it calmly and softly in the hopes that something comes back later. The other seed, by the way, just to let you know, I had emailed somebody in November who had expressed some interest through a friend with my work, and she didn't get back to me. And I could have been annoyed about it, but I said, it's just before Thanksgiving. It's the end of the year. Companies are always wrapping up the year and always doing their year ahead goals. And then after Thanksgiving, it's going to be Christmas. I said, maybe I just hold off until after the holidays and reach out to her again gently. Well, I didn't have to do that because she reached out to me on Monday saying, oh, I'm sorry about the delay, but I really want to talk to you. Can we talk next week? So who knows? I may be signing her up as well. But in both cases, patience paid off. The seeds were planted, and it took a long time for them to come through, but they did. So keep that in mind, and this year, I think it's going to be better for us. I really do. Take care. Talk to you next week.